Welcome to Forgotten Coast Fishing. My name's David, and I fish inshore and offshore, showing you what I do to find and catch fish. If that sounds appealing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So we're climbing aboard the Grady today, and I just purchased the Garmin Navionics Vision Plus card. And check it out, this relief shading is great. So what I'm gonna do, I've picked out some spots, just kind of looking at the relief shading, looking at some depth contours and that kind of thing that Vision Plus offers, and identifying a couple places deeper offshore, places I've never fished before. So we're gonna get out there and see if we can find some hidden spots. Oh, I got him. Okay, so man, I just stopped, saw this weed line here, and I had this Rapala X-Wrap rigged up. So I just kind of came up here and tossed this out. Do I got a dolphin? Man, oh, this would be great. Man, this was just an afterthought. I'm still about 10 or 15 miles away from my reef. Let's see if I can work him back here. I imagine this is a my, but I don't know. So this is gonna be kind of tough the way I've got all these rods here. Let's see if we can steer him around this way. All right, man. Well, that was worth the stop. Let's see if we can get him in. Man, I don't have anything ready. I had just sort of stopped. Oh, he's not coming that way, is he? Man, of course he's coming up here where all these rods are. Oh yeah, man, it is a dolphin. Check him out. Check him out, everybody. All right, let's get him in. Not gonna worry with the gaff or anything. Oh, shoot. Man. Just get so excited with something like this. I gotta make sure I don't, or is this a bonita? Oh man, he's not ready, whatever he is. Jeez. All right, rod, you gotta get out of the way. All right. Man, so this is a little Rapala X-Wrap. It's got a couple treble hooks in it. So I'm glad it sure has that, because this is kind of not easy to get them in with these rods and everything, and not being prepared. This looks like this is a Spanish mackerel. Man, a bonita. I think it's a bonita. Man, yep, bonita. Well, this will make good bait for later on. All right, check them out. Yeah, this will make great bait for our new spots we're searching for. But man, these are nice bait fish because they're real bloody and that kind of thing. And they've got a lot of scent, a lot of smell, a lot of things to attract fish to. So that's why they make great baits. Right, so check them out. These guys, I've always thought, are so cool. These little patterns, let's see if we can get them in the sun. These patterns that they have on them, those bluish green and those black stripes. And the other reason I think they're effective for bait, see how shiny and reflective their skin is. And I'm gonna cut this up so that we have a piece of skin on each meat. So that'll also kind of attract that fish as well. All right, so we made it out. We're sitting at about 150 feet of water. And I'm gonna go ahead and first set out this chum block. The idea behind that, as you know, is gonna kind of disperse all that oil and all that fish scent, little pieces of chum, and that's gonna attract those smaller fish to that, and then hopefully that attracts our bigger fish. Just kind of gives a little more activity out here. Then next, I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this bonita as some bait. Got the old sword bait knife here. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna kind of like I'm filleting it. I'm just gonna kind of cut right behind the head, and then I'm gonna just go down the belly like normal, and then up the side. You can see these sword bait knives are as good as the fillet knives. And just kind of work that down. Now, you don't have to be so careful because we're not gonna be eating this, but you can see how bloody those guys are. All right. So that'll be a good piece for now. All right, then I'm going to kind of cut it in half, and then just going to kind of make strips out of it. All right, then I'm going to take this Carolina rig, and this is a 100-pound test, 12-aught circle hook here at the end. But you can see I've got a long leader, and what I've got above the hook with that leader, I've got a swivel This is a, I think this is only a 6, no, yeah, this is only a 6-ounce sinker. We may need to change it. But I've got a little section of that same 100-pound leader between these two swivels. That way this weight can slide back and forth. Also, if I decide I want to change it, I can just change this a little bit easier than having to re-rig the whole thing. I can just use some of this extra line that I've got. Or if this breaks off here at the leader below this swivel, I haven't lost my weight either. And then the other reason I like to do it that way is then I put another, I don't know, 12, 15 feet of 100-pound leader on top of that actually winds onto the reel. And so the reason I'm doing all that is I'm not really on a reef per se right now, but when I am, if this line should get down into the reef, you know, at least it's going to be hitting this 100-pound monofilament as opposed to the braid, which will cut very easily. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this bonita on. There's really no trick to doing this at all, but what I like to do is go in from the meat side first and then kind of work through and out through the skin. I can just kind of hook it through there better. Now you see how that's going to hold a little better because the hook's in the skin. All right, well, let's see if this attracts something right off the bat. Oh, here we go. Oh man, we had him. He popped off just like that. He grabbed it, I started reeling, and pop. Man, it feels like everything is broken. Wow. I don't feel the weight or anything. Man, how in that would that happen so fast? I mean, it was a heavy pull and a fierce attack, but geez, I wouldn't have expected to it ripped everything off, and it certainly did. Geez, no, well, yeah, it did. Look at that. It broke after that first swivel, which means that it broke in that little section where the weight was. That's kind of odd. That must have meant that the, you know, side of the fish or the gill plate or something kind of broke that, cut it. Well, there we go. Another reason to have all this set up. So I've still got my one swivel on my top shot. I just have to re-rig my little section with my weight and then my hook. All right, all rigged up. I want to show you as this goes down. So here's my top shot. Now here's this knot that I have between my mono leader and my braid. This is 80-pound braid. You see this knot right here? You see how skinny it is? This is actually a backwards FG knot, and it's a great knot for this application because, as you see, it's got to go through these guides, and you need something kind of smooth to do that. I found a great video. Captain Mark with 30A Light Tackle has a great video out there that shows you step by step how to tie that. So check that out if you're interested in using this type of knot. Well, we better check our bait. Oh, here he is. Oh man. Oh geez, he broke again. Man, this is crazy. I think I still have my weight though. Man, there is something big down there, and hopefully we can keep at it. This bonita strip seems to be the ticket. I'm having to wait, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, but I'm getting strikes. Nice ones. Here comes my top shot. Now this is a 100-pound test. This is the biggest I've got on board, and they're breaking it like it's 10-pound test. Man, well, this all feels pretty good right here. So he just kind of bit it and must have kind of been in his mouth a little bit. Okay, well, I've got a break in the action there. I've got that rigged up. This is my Speedmaster 16, by the way. This is a Talus PX extra heavy rod, I believe. Yep, so I'm good to go. I don't know how much heavier I could go to avoid these break-offs, but you know, we'll keep trying. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and set out a free line out here. Since I've got this chum going, you know, it very well could start to bring some fish up. So I want to get out something in case it does. So to do that, I've got this frozen cigar minnow, and you've seen me do this before. I like to hook it through the eyes, bring it out, and then hook it in the back and just pull that hook point out. And that gives you kind of a secure hold. Plus it kind of pulls the fish this way all the way. Might look a little more natural. Then just sort of toss this out, give it a little bit extra line. Make sure the main thing is get this drag loose enough to where you don't lose all this or it breaks when a fish grabs it. So that'll just kind of sit while we go back to this, whatever this is on the bottom. All right, I didn't get any bites the last 5 or 10 minutes with that bonita strip, so I'm gonna try something a little different. I've got this Johnny jig. Now this is only an 80 gram, and we're close to 150 feet of water. It's a little light for this application, but it's what I got tied up. Oh, here he is. Oh, got him. Oh, got him. Here he is. All right, on the jig. All right, now he's not the big butt. Oh, he got off. Jeez. Man, it's one of those days. You're getting bites and you're getting strikes and you got a lot of action, which is fantastic. But dang, man, can we get these guys to the boat? I don't think he broke anything. I think he just kind of got off. Yeah, he's okay. Man, that's a bummer. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of let that bonita strip rig sit over here. I've got my clicker on and kind of a light drag. If it goes off, you know, we'll run over and grab it. Also got the free line out. So maybe these fish down here aren't as big as I'm thinking. And maybe there's some rocks and things kind of maybe cutting things, because I'm getting a lot of strikes but not a lot of hookups. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put out kind of a mid-sized chicken rig. I think this is around 40 pound and 4/0 circle hooks. And I'm just gonna put some pieces of squid down here and just see what we grab. Since we've not pulled anything up so far, I'm really not sure what's down there. And I always kind of like to know what I'm dealing with. And the chicken rig is a really good way to do that. Oh man, there he is. There he is. All right, tighten up the drag first. Oh man, here he is. Oh geez, here he is. Here's the big one. And this is not a super big outfit. I thought about using my bigger rod and reel, but this was already tied up and he broke off. Man, I'm not well prepared and I'm losing things. Well, that was a bummer. So I've got to get something bigger out here. That was a nice fish. That was a nice fish. Oh, here we go. Oh man. Oh geez. Another break off. They're hitting the wrong rods. Like this was something big on this smaller chicken rig. And I don't know, man. It's getting kind of frustrating. I just want to know what I'm dealing with. I was on this chicken rig, I was feeling, you know, small bites, like these hooks were too big for them. And then all of a sudden something just came up and grabbed it here. But it went a long time without getting any strikes too. So I don't know. It's almost just like there's only bigger fish down there. He broke this whole thing. Oh geez. Maybe something's on this one. Maybe something's on this one. Oh yeah, man. We got something on this one. All right. Oh yes, we got something on this one. Ah, yes, we got something on this one. Oh man, jeez. Oh man, we definitely got, I think my drag is too tight. Let's back it off just a little bit. There we go. All right, man, I don't know how long this guy was here, but I just noticed it kind of tap a little bit, and it came over, and then this guy was here. He feels like a good one. All right, let's see if we can work him up. Definitely a good one. Oh man. I don't know what kind of structure we have down here, anything to worry about, but this dude's going off. This dude's going off to the side and not down. I haven't seen any dolphins. This could be a shark. Who knows? Here we go. Here we go. It's a shark. Glad I got a 100-pound mono, but still don't know if that's gonna cut it. No pun intended. He just cut it. Wow. I don't think I've ever lost so many fish in one trip. Some kind of voodoo spot or something, man. I think I need to give it up and go to spot 2. But geez, man, I'm getting some nice bites and it's fun and everything, but man, I sure would like to get something to the boat. That was a good fish. That was definitely a good fish. Let's see what we've got here. We got our sinker left, obviously, since it banged the boat. This is my last try with this bonita strip. The free line hasn't gotten anything in a while. Let's go ahead and check it. Get this back out there if there's nothing there. And then I'm gonna try this bonita strip one more time. Either we get broken off and leave, or we get a fish in, and then we'll have to think about what we're gonna do. But we're getting bites and everything, y'all. Something took the body off of this. It's just we're having a lot of trouble getting them in. Oh man, oh geez, here he is again. Man, I was just gonna reel this in, and yeah, we've got a fish. I was about to turn my head around. Oh, this feels, no, here he goes. Here he goes. All right. I was just about to say, turn my head towards you and say, all right, I'm done. We're beating our head against the wall over here, so let's move. And I just started reeling in, and man, here's our fish. And so far, so good. Man, this is digging into my leg, but I don't care. Going in there, what have I got? Oh man. What is this? What is it? Toadfish. Is that what this is? Man, after all that, pretty sure this is a toadfish, but he is not going to be going home with us. But yeah, look at his teeth. Look at the guy's teeth. He's blowing his stomach up. I think you're not supposed to touch these guys. I don't know too much about these guys, but let's let him go. Looks like his stomach is going in and out, so maybe he can be okay. But look at that guy. Wow. All right, there he goes. He can get back down. There he goes. I don't know too much about him. Something in the back of my mind tells me you're not supposed to handle him, but I can't remember. I'll have to check it out when we get home. So now what? So we caught a fish, but it wasn't what we wanted, that's for sure. Well, let's go ahead. I really wanted to do some exploring today with this new relief shaded map that I've got. So let's go on to spot 2 and see what happens there. All right, it's been a couple hours since you've seen me. What I was doing out there is kind of looking for some spots on the bottom, and as I was doing that, my port engine overheat alarm went off, and it did that last time. And last time I let it sit for a few minutes and then it was fine, and then came on in. Replaced my thermostat this week. My mechanic came over and did it, and it looked like that was the problem. So we came out again, but it did it again. But there again, I let it sit, and it's been fine ever since. So to not get caught way offshore with one engine, I came on back in. I'm about 10 or 15 miles offshore, and I've kind of found a good reef that I've never been before. So I'd like to try that, but I've got the free line out already, and I've got some good looking marks on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and put out this chicken rig. I'm gonna step it up. I'm gonna go up to 60-pound leader, and I think this is like 7/0 circle hooks, and I've put some of this bonita cubes on here. Maybe we'll get something a little bigger. Who knows? Oh, here he is. Oh yeah, okay. Oh man. Oh geez. Oh geez. Man, oh no, is he gonna get it in the reef? Oh man, is he gonna get in the reef? This is a good one. This is a good one. Man, it was just a lot of little fish. Oh man, I don't know if I can keep him out of the reef. I know I'm right on top of it. Oh man, I don't want to lose this fish. Not again. And I just did. Wow. This is the day of heartbreakers. Man, this was 60-pound leader, and he broke that. Hopefully we're not in for round 2 like we were this morning, catching a bunch of them and hooking them but not getting them in. But the Speedmaster is my best option right now. All right, man, I was working on that Shimano Speedmaster and got something on the free line here. All right. Oh, let's see if we can pull him up. We coming over here. Oh man, these guys are wanting to get down in this reef. Oh geez, these are big fish, y'all. Oh, don't break. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, come on. Come on, stay out of the reef. I know I'm pretty much right on top of it, so geez. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, that's why I need to get the Speedmaster out, because just so I hope y'all are keeping count on the number of nice fish I've lost today. It's been a lot. Oh geez, man, this is so frustrating. This is 80-pound test right here, and I know I'm right on top of the reef. I just can't keep them out of it. This is a Pin Battle 6000, and it's a decent sized reel, but obviously not enough for what we've got going on here. But no worries, I've got the Speedmaster ready. Let's see if we can get him with that. Oh, here we go. Oh man. Oh geez. Good gracious. Man, this is a big fish. Golly. Holy cow, everybody. Man, this is oh gosh. I can't ever remember having a fish this heavy before. Good gracious. Oh man, he got him. Sorry for the frustration, everybody, but man, I'm getting them hooked. They're just so big, and this is a 100-pound test. Oh, I almost lost my camera. That'd have made everything worse. I hope you're still recording. Oh, okay, here he is. All right, man, I'm just gonna start reeling, keep reeling. I didn't go all the way to the bottom, thinking maybe if I stopped a little ways up, I'd have a little more chance to get him up. Oh man. This is not what's been doing me in, y'all. This is not what's been doing me in. I've not gotten that weaker today. Jeez. This is probably gonna pretty much be my last drop. This is my last bonita strip. Last 2 or 3 I've lost. They're just nipping it off and ripping it off. But it's definitely something down there wanting this bonita. Hopefully we can finally get them. After a long day of losing fish, we can get them on our last bonita strip. Okay, yeah, we got him. Oh yeah, we got him. Oh man, he's not that big, huge monster by any means, but oh, is it that little snapper again? Man, everything feels so much bigger and heavier on this heavier outfit. Yeah, it's just that red snapper again. I think the red snapper have found this and they're just kind of nipping this off. All right, everybody, I think it's time to wave the white flag on today. Fish won today for sure, but the one thing we can take away is that bonita strip. That bonita strip was deadly on these guys, and we just couldn't get them up. I mean, we were working with this 100-pound test like I was talking about, a big Shimano Speedmaster 16 with the drag cranked down, and it's just hard to keep those fish down from out of that reef. I think those bigger ones were probably big old amberjack, which is a shame we didn't get them in because amberjack season closes in about a week and a half or so. But nonetheless, we had a great day today exploring around. We'll get out here and we'll get these fish in the box one day. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So until next time, hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing.